What's good, y'all? How we doing? It's a beautiful day. We're driving to Vasa again. Today it's a Thursday, so we're gonna be hitting chest and back. Got a little steak bowl, you know. We're gonna act like I meal prepped this. It's definitely not leftovers from yesterday's dinner. Yeah, we're running a little bit late, but we're gonna try and make a nice little video for y'all. I wanna do a lot of different workouts from what I did last time, so I can put y'all on some stuff. And you know, I'm always gonna get y'all right. Bandana today, sunglasses, just a little vibe, just some light. But yeah, we'll see y'all when we're there.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Okay. What's up, Cam? What's up? What's up, chat? Let me get back to it. I'll see you later. I'll see you a little bit.
I like your shirt too.
Thank you, thank you. 5-star, right?
Eat your vegetables, alright guys? That's how you get big and strong. So today, we're gonna be benching, we're gonna be doing chest and back. I'm gonna show y'all a new warm-up, a new addition to the warm-up. I didn't show you guys this in the last video. This is some really advanced stuff, alright? Some really low-key stuff that y'all aren't gonna know about, alright? It's honestly an easier version of it. Especially if you're a beginner, it's gonna be kind of confusing, but start with any sort of platform and have your knees right on the side of it. You come over here. Basically all we're gonna be doing, you wanna keep your elbows as high as possible during the entire movement. So you're gonna start out in front of you, and then as you move to your side, you're gonna rotate, just like this. You touch in the back, come around, rotate on the leg, and then get front. Try and do as many reps, like 10 preferably, of these with your elbows high in the air, slow, controlled. So warm up your upper back, your scapular rotation. It's really good if you have weak rotator cuff before you bench or do any pressing movement. It's all in my scapula when I control that rotation. This is a demonstration. We don't need to do like 3 full sets of it, but that is a really good warm up. Even besides a warm up, if y'all have really weak upper back or your shoulder really hurts when you press or your posture's really bad and you're hunched forward, do these on, you know, its own day. All sorts of dynamic stretches. People really sleep on just no weight, just moving their body. You know, you want to keep everything loose, you want to keep everything strong, because if I have strength in a flexible point like this, it makes it really easy for me to properly and safely stretch my chest and get the full potential out of that tension if you do a press. And then obviously if you want to press heavy, it just keeps your joints safe. So yeah, it's a really good one. Incorporate that, do it on days you're not pressing, and you know, maybe once, twice a week, and you'll see your rear delt and scapular strength go up, which is a huge base of your presses, so very important. We're done with that. All right, so today, we're gonna start with a little bit of a plate-loaded lat pull-down machine. So I'm gonna be making some posts. Y'all are gonna see, y'all already probably saw some Dallas content if you follow my Instagram. I made a little post about this gym I was visiting. My friend lives down there. It was a really cool trip. But yeah, stay tuned for more Dallas content. When they say everything is bigger in Texas, they're really not lying, bro. My boy goes to this gym, it's a commercial gym. And I thought Vasa was great. I still love Vasa, but it's like Vasa times 10. It was like honestly ridiculous. Maybe one day they'll come to Chicago, bro. I need to go to that gym. It's EOS Fitness. Y'all check it out. All right, so we're gonna be starting with this one. I like this movement a lot because you get obviously a lat pull down. I just get a really good stretch and squeeze on this machine. I really like plate loaded movements. Obviously cable's always great because you get lots of time under tension. I like how wide you can go on this one, and you can really isolate both legs nicely. I'll just alternate. One in. This way I'm showing both sides of my back equally some love, you know? I'm isolating it. With isolation, you get a really strong mind-muscle connection. The more I activate, the more I get a quick little pump going. The more I can feel the movement when I move into the next one, right? So you can also mess around with a little, like, you can kind of go on the side here. Just do one. Sometimes it's really unconventional and really weird, but I even like to do this thing where it requires a lot of, like, midsection and, like, lat control, kind of. But I'll actually sit the wrong way. And this allows me to kind of like get a really good angle where like I can pull it right down in front of my chest. It's a little unorthodox, you gotta go a little lighter. But I like it. Because it comes like down and over your lats really nicely. Kind of gives you that like that sweeping, almost pullover motion. You never want to burn out too much, but just to get that pump going, and we're gonna move into bench soon. I want to do a muscle up, but they're taking all the room over there, guys. Hey, what can I say? Girls love the turf area, bro. They be fiending for that turf. All right, let's add one more plate on. I like to do one heavy set before I go into a heavier movement like bench. Not exert too much, I won't go to failure, but just to acclimate your nervous system to getting that heavier weight. You know, you wouldn't jump into your PR on bench, start with 135 and then go to 250. You incrementally get there so your body can adjust as it goes on. It's like a pretty heavy weight for me, but y'all know I still got no limit, so it ain't none. Alright, that was good. I really want to see if I can do a muscle up. I can't get like any swing over there. My legs keep doing the thing. Alright, let's do a muscle up. And the whole thing just got robbed. That's how it be sometimes. Alright, back to bench. What a fail. What an absolute failure that was, guys. So I just want to do a muscle up, you know? Like, geez. Alright, but in all seriousness, we're gonna go through benching pretty quick today because we don't have too much time and I want to really get some good hypertrophy, some good volume in. We still need a PR. We haven't PR'd yet. I had a little failure, so we might post a failure. I'm still like this close. I am down to like 170, just above 170 right now. So I've been cut a little bit. So it makes sense. I feel like my strength's still good, but sometimes PRing just takes a long time, bro. But I think today maybe we'll go for like 275, 285 for one rep and just keep kind of doing really low reps in that really high range right below. So the more comfortable I get, one of these times I'll just hit it. Nah, 135 is so easier for me at this point, I can't even lie. It's like with bench, there's only easy, and then like still kind of easy, and then just it goes right to like really difficult. We're gonna go spot the homie real quick. Spot him in the game. There we go. Come on, easy. Good. There we go. Come on. You got it. You got it. Good fight. Good. Dude, honestly, you definitely have four.
Yeah,
Like,
I
totally have
about
four.
that third one.
Yeah.
Let me know if you need one too.
Best spot in the game right here.
Oh,
Every time I PR. I don't know who can relate, but like finding the perfect earbuds or headphones to the gym is so impossible. That's why I wore the bandana, especially too, bro. Keep the hair out of my face and keep this from moving around. Sorry, this moving around, but it's constantly falls or moves around whenever I'm doing something, bro. Can never get it perfect. But yeah, we're gonna go on 225 and then probably 245. Depends how strong we're feeling, but maybe we'll do 285, but a top single of something heavy. I think today I'm gonna put y'all on one of my favorite chest and back day exercises because it technically can be used for a chest priority or a back priority or a mix of both. We're gonna do some dumbbell pullover. I don't know what y'all know about that, but that's a humbler if I've ever heard of one, bro. Playing like some 300 gex stuff, bro. I don't really like it. Tell me how y'all feel about Charlie XCX, by the way, because her voice be pissing me off. I can't even lie. I just can't do it. Why does every artist have to sound like they're like a 14-year-old little boy? It doesn't make sense. I literally completely misgrooved. My hand was way too far in on my left side. See, sometimes bench, it's like you really gotta think about all the components of what you're doing. Sometimes when my mind is too tired to focus on it, it's like my form is completely off. It's not just a physical thing, it's so much mental. I feel like that rep looked terrible. It's okay though, this doesn't really matter. I mean, it's more so about getting my CNS warmed up. I know I can do 2 plates, so I'm not like really going for like a high rep set there. Another thing I want to put y'all on, very simple, but something I really love to do before I do my bench So I'll just get my trusty band here behind the trusty pole, so to speak. And basically it's like a face pull. That's literally it. So it's opening up your time and back rotator cuff. I'll just kind of pull up and over my head like as far back as I can. Kind of throwing my elbows out, but also driving my wrist up and above. Oh yeah. That gets all right there, really nice and warmed up. It's gonna be help stabilizing our bench press here. Never want to be too stiff, you know. What did Master Uguay say? Flow like water. That was him, right? Yeah. He's the GOAT right there. Let me know who y'all's favorite Kung Fu Panda character is. Went for like a long little pause there. To be honest, I feel kind of weak today, but we're still gonna attempt what we came in here to attempt, because whether you succeed or whether you fail, you're still benefiting from it either way. So let's do 275. Oh, by the way, some quick update. I'm watching a new anime. It's called Terraformers. Y'all may have heard of it. Season 1 is pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie, check it out. The plot is pretty interesting. I'll leave it as a surprise for you guys. If y'all watch Fire Force, let me know what you thought of season 3, especially the ending. That show was fire, and no pun intended. That show was fire, and the ending kind of left me like confused, but also interested. I don't know what's going on. So my anime gym rats, let me know what y'all think, or any new shows. I'm about to start Kaiju number 8 season 2, so that's gonna be fire too. Still salty about Black Clover being canceled, so don't talk to me about that. I'm not happy. That show was fire, bro. Dude, you're not allowed to laugh. Cameraman, bro. Like, he thinks he has like human rights like I do. It's alright, guys. I'll set him straight, don't worry. I'm gonna take a little extra minute or two before we go into the other set. You always wanna prioritize rest and recovery, because fatigue does interfere with your workouts. Obviously, in terms of just being safe and not hurting yourself, a concept called motor unit recruitment. Like, as fatigue becomes present, our body is only able to use so many of our chest fibers, you know, when we get that tension. So as you go more into your workout, there's only so much that you can do efficiently to get good tension on your muscles. That's exactly why, obviously, you could spend 5 hours in the gym, but after a certain point, you're just more giving room for injury and you're not really gaining anything. That's why when you go home, your sleep, your water, the way you eat, that's all very important for muscle synthesis, getting your good protein in. 209 right now, so we're gonna get it going right now. We're about to hurry up. Let's go.
Nope. Easy. Didn't need a spot, bro.
Yeah, that was too easy. See, I was getting in my own head, y'all. I should really be getting 2 of them, bro. Dude, like, no, but you know, you literally feel like you could do more.
Yeah.
But you're just held back by some sort of like force.
Yeah.
Some sort of force in the air, bro. And this ain't Star Wars.
But let me know if you need another.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate you. All right, guys. I actually was low-key worried about that. And that was not really that hard at all. So low-key. That's why I said last video. Like, sometimes you don't really get locked in until it gets like heavy, and you're like, okay, I actually have to do this, or else all my followers will hate me and they'll unfollow and they won't subscribe. But I did it, so you guys are gonna subscribe, right? All right, but we're done benching now, y'all. So I'm gonna move on to the next exercise. I might show y'all a cool little thing we can do with the Smith machine. I think one's open right now. So there's no incline benches once again. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna revert back to the plan of dumbbell pullovers. Don't worry, guys, super fun. You're gonna love it. Honestly, if there's one exercise in any of my videos that you guys ever end up doing and you want to gain just general upper body strength or anything, this is the one that I highly recommend, honestly, out of all of them. We're going to start with something a little lighter. Of course, now an incline bench opens. But we're going to start with something a little lighter so I can just talk to you guys through it while I do it. But we're going to grab like a 45. This is some very educational content, all right? So get your notebooks out, pen, you know, whatever you need, popcorn, whatever. So I like to do it perpendicular across from the bench like this. So I feel like I have a water base for my rear delts. But basically, you want to grab your weight here. Honestly, even for beginners, it's still kind of heavy. So maybe if you guys want to start with 30, 35, you want to grab your weight and you want to essentially have your rear delts, that shoulder blade, like I said, your scapular, right over the bench here. So your lats are resting on it, legs out, so you have a wide stable base. I kind of do a triangle hold with both my hands over the dumbbell here, and then I'll take a deep breath and I'll stretch back. So right now my lats are getting a huge stretch as I'm resisting. I go all the way, and then I push and bring it up and over. So right now, as I'm here, I'm switching my lats. At this point, my chest has to be incorporated as well. As you see, a lot of people do it on an incline bench, and they'll do mainly that range. They'll call it a chest pullover. A lot of people will call it a lat pullover. A lot of people do this with cables. With the dumbbells, honestly the hardest version, and it forces you to really control your core as well. So it's honestly a really great compound lift. If y'all aren't getting red, if you don't feel a blood rush to your head when you're doing this, you're probably not trying hard enough. Not that you need to. Honestly, it is a very good exercise. The main reason I like it, like I said, for chest and back day, it's great because you're kind of targeting both. With the cable pullover, it is nice, but that form is so specific to learn. When it comes to this, you have to definitely learn some technique, but it is literally forcing your lats to stretch as far back as possible. Usually when I do my last failure rep, I'll essentially just place the weight on the ground once I stretch all the way back. I don't want to try and hurt my shoulders bringing it back, but you can literally stretch all the way back and you have so much room. So like it forces so much of that lat stretch, especially building that upper lat right here, which is honestly one of the biggest things that people want to go that width, you know, for that lat to pop out. So people do different kinds of pullovers, but I think that's the best one. I'm not gonna lie, by far. It's challenging, great for core, like I said. Just an absolute beast of a workout. By the way, let me know what pre-workouts y'all like. I'm gonna make a pre-workout video soon here, the way I stack it and what I like to use. But let me know what pre-workouts y'all like, you know? A little ASMR there. What up, bro? How are you, man? Good, bro. Good, bro? I like the fucking crowd of man. Thank you, bro. Doing like karate kid out here, right? Bro, I'm strong as fuck today. I was able to do the 110s. Yeah. That's my boy Jay, Psycho Fitness right there. He makes content, he dabbles in content, but mainly he does like online courses and training programs for people, which is where I might be going sometime soon here. Really positive dude, really nice guy, so, and a single father. So, you know, go shout out that dude, bro. Show him some love. What can I call my fans? Like the no limiters? The no limit army? No, okay. We'll work on that. My bad. Show him some love, no limit army. The no, nah, wait. Yeah, I don't know. I'm cooked. It's alright, we'll call it next video. We're gonna get ready for, well, there's a few names for this one, but I call it an incline shotgun press or an incline hex press. Basically, it's a mid-upper chest focus lift, but it's a good one. Alright, y'all. This one, we want to make sure we have some good control. So pick something you know you can move around. It's going to be challenging, but you also don't have to ego lift it, you know? Basically, we're going to get up here. We have our dumbbells together like this. The top ones, it kind of comes into my pec up here. But the point is, you're doing like an incline press, but you're keeping these together. So it's coming right over your pec just like this. And you notice I kind of like bring it down a little bit. You should feel a really good squeeze in your mid chest. But it's also a little arm workout because you have to keep them together. If you're doing lighter, especially like maybe 30s, you could superset that with some flies at the end. Or once you finish, I also like sometimes doing a few reps of this regular press where I just go and I kind of like get a really deep stretch at the end. It may look kind of awkward from your point of view, but it's right next to my pecs. I'm just letting it stretch down. So, you know, that's always good. I'm not gonna lie, this pump feels kind of insane right now, y'all. Enough logging for now. We have some good chest, some good back movement so far. I definitely want to do at least one more good chunk of some backs up before we move on. I want to show y'all this Smith row variation I like. It's actually open right now, so we're gonna go do that now. Guys, we just took another L. The incline bench got snagged as I was going back to get it. So we're not gonna do Swift machine because we're not. We're gonna do barbell row. Yay! Yay! You guys are excited, right? You guys better be excited. When you're doing barbell row, you can do one of two things, right? You can use overhand grip, it's pretty traditional, or you can do underhand grip. Now, an overhand, for me, I feel like personally it's a wider range of the back. And honestly, this is pro tips from Jay Cutler talking about the form. What you want to do is you want to be hip hinge, like slightly lean forward. You want to be pulling up and in, but you also want to try to explode to your pecs if you can, as much time as you can. Kind of envisioning the row being the direct opposite of the press in a way. So I get like right on the groove here. I'll grab it. Next, when we do underhand, that's a little more specific of a target, I feel like, in my lats. But I mainly use underhand to focus on more of a stretch. I let that lean forward, whereas opposed to overhand, it's a little more explosive. I wouldn't say ego, but it's not as much control, but it's a little more like strength focused, as opposed to underhand being a little more hypertrophy focused. So obviously barbell row is a staple of like the greatest bodybuilders of all time, so why would you not do it? And then if we do underhand, I go a little more in, and I'm coming a little more to my like belly button, and I'm really focusing on that stretch. Actually, excuse me, I'm coming a little bit below my belly button. I'm really keeping it really low and in. Dropping your elbows behind if you can, as far back as you can, and then letting that squeeze control. It is really nice if you guys are learning barbell row, especially, do it with the guards because it really helps you practice your technique of having good control. Usually I hit a steam room after every workout, but today might be no steam room. Hopefully we can get y'all some poses before we head out though. See, sometimes I want to like go help people with their form, but it's kind of like you naturally just come off as kind of like a cocky douche. So like, you know, probably don't want to do that, but sometimes I just want to help people, you know what I mean? If y'all have tight lower backs, make sure y'all are doing your dead hangs, bro. Especially after squatting or doing heavy back movements or just anything. Dead hangs are like the quickest and easiest way. If you don't know what dead hang is, you literally just get up on a pull-up bar and you hang, and naturally your spine will decompress, obviously due to gravity. But especially, you know, you twist your hips a little bit, get some good cracks. It's honestly, it's nice to free up some tension in your lower back because I know a lot of people have tight lower backs, and a lot of times they don't even know why. I'll tell you why, it's because your core is lacking, but that's for another video. But yeah, we're gonna move on, finish up real quick here. We're almost at the end of the workout, so we'll see y'all in a minute. Alright guys, so today was a pretty good list. It was rushed a little bit. Still shopping for the car. Once I get the car, I'll give you a video. I'll show you my new car. It's gonna be a fire car, very exciting. But once we have a little more time, more consistency to come, we'll be pumping out a lot more content. It is a very busy time in my life right now, but I'm locked into this and I wanna get some good quality stuff for you guys and just help tell people, you know, how I do things, because with personal training and physical therapy, I just hope to be at a point where I can, number one, just educate people and help people feel comfortable in the gym and know how to move their body and feel just happy and healthy. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a little shorter than the last time, but yeah, NoLimitNolan, out.